Hey guys, welcome back. I'm Tanelia and this is Uyan Beauty. In this video, we're going to be doing 2 more looks using the Juvias Place Wahala palette. Once again, Wahala translates to the word drama. This palette is definitely very dramatic. I have been enjoying playing with it and I think you'll like these 2 looks. As I said, this is 2 more looks because I already did 1 look when I did the first impressions. I will drop that card in this video and I'll drop the link below in case you guys want to go back and check that one out. That one I did kind of a mustardy, grungy brown kind of a look, a little different than what I normally do. The 2 looks in this video are completely different from that. I think that you'll enjoy them, but let's go ahead and get started with look number 1. Alright guys, welcome to look number 1. I think for this one, I'm going to focus over here, kind of doing a more purple look. So I'm going to take Pride, which is kind of this purplish gray shade. I'm going to lay that all over the eyelid, focusing kind of up in here as my transition shade. And then I'm going to take, I'm not sure if I want to take Woke or BU in the crease. I think I'm going to take Woke in the crease, and then we'll take BU on the outer corner. And then we're either going to take Unafraid or Envy to go over the entire eyelid as kind of that, you know, shimmer metallic look, but we'll see whenever we get there. I've already done all of my base products. My blush today is the e.l.f. Primer Infused Blush. This one is in Always Rosy. This is one of my absolute favorite, kind of a pinky mauve shade of blush. My highlighter is the Milani Strobelight. This one is in Sunglow. It's been a while since I've used this one. This was the, not the first, but one of the very first highlighters that I ever bought when I first started my makeup journey. It's just this really pretty kind of a natural golden glow to the skin. When you're like my skin tone, it just looks very, very natural and healthy in the skin tone. I love this one. I've already primed my eyelids. I decided to go ahead and use my Juvias Place concealer today. I laid down tape on the sides here because I want a more, you know, winged kind of look on the outside. So I went on ahead and just left this part blank, so I don't have any foundation or anything on my temples yet. So once I finish my eye look and then I take off the tape, I'll go back and I'll set all that in place, then do my liner, then do the lower lash line. I've got that Pride shade on a brush here, and like I said, I'm going to focus this on the top as kind of my transition shade. I think I'm going to try to leave this part in down here kind of blank as much as possible to see if it'll make it easier to lay down a metallic over it. So, you know, I can lay down like my glitter base glue there, and you know, maybe if it's a little more of a blank space there, it'll lay down a little bit better. One thing I like about laying down the tape is that you can take it all the way out to the tape and you don't have to worry about being messy, because once you take the tape off, you have that nice little clean line there. So you can just be as messy as you want to be on the outer portions of the eye. I've got that Woke shade on the brush. That's kind of that lavender purple. I want to focus that right here in the crease area, taking it towards the inner part of the eye, and just blending the edges out into that transition shade. More than likely, I'm going to take some of that transition shade and blend it a little bit more over the top to soften any lines. But for now, we're just focusing this in that crease. That is a really pretty, just lavendery purple shade there. It looks very, very smooth too. It's not skipping, it's not patchy. It looks really pretty. We'll take that right into that crease area. You know, having hooded eyelids, you really have to like focus on that crease for it to really pop and to show up. Now I'm going to go ahead and go into this BU shade, which is the really deep, dark, rich purple, and we're going to lay that on the outer corner. Maybe take a little bit of it into the crease. Right there on the outer edge. See, I already know whenever I take this tape off, it is going to look really, really pretty on that outer corner. It's been a while since I used the Scotch tape technique. I know some people don't like to because they feel like it pulls on their skin, but you know, the way to solve that is just don't lay the tape like pressed all the way to your skin. Leave it kind of up just a little bit. And this is like, you know, the cheap Dollar Tree kind, so it's not like the Scotch tape, like the really good stuff that's going to like stick down. So whenever you pull this up, it'll come off pretty easily. Let's take that right all the way into the tape. I feel like it's a little patchy. Can you see? It's like it's right there. I'm getting a little bit of patchiness. Let's see if I can press it in and feel that area just a little bit better. It's because I have hooded eyelids. It's not for any other reason. I just have to kind of like angle to get just the right, you know, angle. Can't figure out the word I'm looking for. So that I can get the shadow art we're wanting it to be. Okay, that's better. We're going to take that up just a little bit. We're going to blend that towards the middle there. I feel like I have more of a point here than I do on this side. So we're going to go right in there. Just, there we go. Just to kind of even things out a little bit. That is a very, very pretty, rich, deep, kind of a wine purple is what that reminds me of. It's very pretty. Just blending that all into the tape area. I'm going to go ahead and swatch these two right quick. I just kind of want to see what the texture feels like. Okay, Unafraid. That's Unafraid. It's a very metallic purple. And then Envy. This one looks, it feels more grainy, but it looks very, very wet. I don't know if you can see it. See? This is Unafraid. And then this one is Envy. Envy looks very, very wet. Ooh, that's pretty. I think I'm going to put Unafraid all over this middle part and then go back with Envy and put that in the inner corner since it's a little more wet, just to add a little more brightness into that area. I'm going to take my JUVIA brush. This is my little flat eyeshadow brush. This is one of my favorite brushes for laying down shimmers and metallics. And I'm going to take a little bit of my base booster here. This is the BH Cosmetics one, just a little bit. And I'm going to lay it down in the area that I kind of left blank, just to kind of make it easier to lay down a shimmer or metallic shade. And then I'm just going to take it kind of a little bit higher than that crease area there and into here. I'm going to take some more of that dark, rich wine shade to kind of go over to blend everything in afterwards. Take some on this eyelid too. I'll go ahead and do both at the same time. It's going to be easier that way. All right, now I'm going to take Unafraid. I'm taking it on the same brush and then just lay it down. Oh, that looks pretty. That's nice and shiny. Laying down the base booster first definitely helped. I'm getting more coverage, more pigment, more shine. That was definitely a good idea. I'm glad I did that. Just taking that all over the eyelid and just pressing it all in. That is a beautiful shiny purple. I think that's one of my favorite shades in the palette that I've used so far. I'm going to take a little more BU and just kind of merge it in this area just to blend the shine, that metallic, just a little bit better. I am loving how this eye look is coming along. Now I'm going to take a little bit of this Envy shade. This one's a little bit harder to pick up on the brush, but with that base booster there, it should be able to lay down pretty easily, and it does. A nice bit of wet shine in that inner corner. This one's just a little bit chunky. It's got a little more texture to it, so you definitely want to lay down some kind of an adhesive first. Some kind of a base down before you put this one on, but it's very, very pretty. Now I'm going to remove the tape. I'm going to add a little more foundation on the sides here just to kind of blend everything out, and then we'll come back. We'll do liner. I'll do the lower lash line, and then I'll go off camera, do lashes, lips, and we'll just finish this look off. I have removed the tape. I've put a little foundation and powder on this side, on the sides here, my temples, just to kind of fix everything up. I'm going to take a little bit more of this Vogue shade, which is that lavendery purple, and I want to take that up here just to kind of blend everything out. Now that I have taken the tape off, I just want to add a little something there close to the brow bone. Soften that just a little bit. Now we're going to go to the lower lash line. I'm going to take Vogue, and I'm going to lay that all along the lower lash line into this shadow, that kind of deeper wine color. Like again, went so low you couldn't see what I was doing. All right, I'm going to take some of the BU, which is that wine shade, and I'm going to lay that just on this outer corner right here. Right there. And just focus it on the outer part of the lower lash line. I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion eyeliner and I'm going to go ahead and line my lash line. Definitely want to do a wing with this one. I can tell this liner is starting to run out. It's starting to skip a little bit, which it usually doesn't do, but I've had it for a while and I've used it quite a bit, so I think I'm getting down towards the end of this pen. A little tip, if you want to, you can leave the tape on and then just go ahead and line while the tape is there, and it'll help give you a sharper line. But the only reason why I don't do that is because I do my lower lash line and I blend everything out after I take the tape off. So, you know, it kind of defeats the purpose to line my lids first and only to have to reapply the liner because I've done blending afterwards. So it just wouldn't make sense to do that. I'm going to go ahead and throw on a quick coat of mascara before I put on my lashes, just so that everything is blended in. I'm going to go off camera, throw on my lashes, we'll come back, we'll do some lips, and then we'll talk about our final look. Lashes are on. I kind of wanted to go with a more dramatic look today, so I have these like kind of bigger, fuller Ardell lashes. I actually need to get some more lashes. I had to toss out like 3 or 4 pair that I had because I'd worn them so long. They finally got wore out and I had to get rid of them. So I'm going to have to get me some more lashes. I'm really liking how my hair was looking. I've been using this Briogeo Don't Despair Repair Strengthening Treatment Oil. This is really, really nice. I've been able to put it in my hair and leave my hair natural, and it's a lot more smoother and shinier and healthier looking, because normally I flat iron my hair, but I kind of wanted to see how what this product would do to my natural hair, and I think it's looking really, really nice. What do you guys think? My lip liner is this little kind of burgundy wine shade. This came from that Five Below set that I have been really, really liking. Not the liquid lips, but the liquid liner, because I wanted something a little more dramatic. I picked out this shade. This is from the Sabrina NYX collaboration set. I'm not sure what this shade is. It says it on the side, but it's so dark I can't read it. The only sad part is that this lipstick was limited edition. The whole set was limited edition, so you can no longer get it. But I do believe that there is a shade similar to this in the NYX collection that, you know, you can find. But this is the final look. I love how it came out. The BU shade right here that I put on the outer corner, that is just the perfect wine purple. That looks so pretty. And then the Unafraid that I put all over the eyelid, and then Envy in the inner corner. Guys, I just absolutely love how this deep, rich purple look. This is kind of like your dramatic going out, you know, for dinner on a dinner date or something kind of look. I'm going to have to like take this look out one night when me and my husband go out to dinner one night. Definitely looking forward to doing that. But this is look number 1. Let's go ahead and move on to look number 2. Welcome back. Let's go ahead and get ready to do look number 2. For this look, this is going to be a pretty simple, quick look. I'm mainly going to be focusing on this blue here. I'm going to put that all over the eyelid, and then I'm going to take, that blue is Love, by the way, and then I'm going to take Yanga, which is, if you remember, when I did my original first impressions video of this, that was the one that I tried to swatch on my finger and it got kind of stuck and wouldn't come off. Well, I'm going to go ahead and try using that one with my glitter base and a brush and seeing if we can make that, you know, stick to the eyelid, and I just kind of want to see what that's going to look like. So mainly, we may take Pride, which is this shade right here, to blend like maybe over the top of Love, if I need to blend out the edges or something. But other than that, we're mostly going to focus on these 2 shades right here. I've already done my face products, just like I did with the first look. The blush that I picked out to use, this is from the new Colourpop collection. They are launching stuff left and right. They launched the Wild Things. I think it's called Wild Things or Wild Nothings, something like that. And then this one is from the Garden Variety collection. I do like this artwork. Like, that is really pretty. I do like the, oh God, I know, I cannot remember what kind of flower that is, but the packaging is really, really pretty. There were 4 blushes that were launched in this collection. This one is called Night Bloom. If you look at this in the pan, it's this really pretty just beautiful orchidy lavender shade. On me though, it looks very, very light and pasty. It almost looks like Pepto-Bismol, like it's way too light. If you're deeper than me, this is probably not going to show up on you at all, which is disappointing because it's such a beautiful shade in the pan, but it just doesn't look good on. But then again, I've seen people mention that in the last two collections, this one and the Wild Nothings collection, I think that's what it's called, the blushes were just really, really light. I've used all three blushes from the last collection, and yes, I do agree. They are not made for deeper skin tones, so Colourpop needs to kind of get it together, and they just launched another collection, something with sunflowers or something like that. But let's go ahead and get started with this look. I'm going to go ahead and prime my eyelids with my Juvia's Place concealer. I'm just going to use a big brush to blend it out. I usually use a sponge, but my sponge is over on my vanity and I do not feel like going over there to pick it up. So I'm just going to use a brush. And I think this brush is actually working pretty good to blend it all out over my eyelid. I went on ahead and laid down some tape because I do want like a more defined look on the outside. Got some of that Love shade on my brush. And we're just going to start laying this down on top of the eyelid. I'm going to leave this space here blank as much as possible, so that way when I go to lay down that shade, that kind of glimmery, shiny, metallic shade, it may look a little bit brighter. That's the plan anyway. I don't know if it's actually going to work, but that is the plan. It's pretty pigmented. It's not quite as pigmented as I thought it would be. As you can see in the pan, it's like really, really deep dark blue, but on the eyelid, it's not quite as blue as I was hoping it would be. I think I'm going to need a smaller brush. Yeah, see, I thought this was the other brush that I normally use. This brush is a little bit too big. I'm going to switch brushes real quick. Grab my smaller BH Cosmetics brush. That's better. You see that? That's much better. I think it was just that the brush was too big, and that's the reason why I wasn't getting the pigment that I was kind of going for, because I switched brushes and it looks 1,000 times better. So I think that was the issue. I think it just was the brush, because it is definitely looking much, much better now. But we're just going to blend this shade all over the eyelid, on the outer corner. I really do like this brush. This brush really does get like right where I'm wanting it to be. I really, really do like it. This is the BH Cosmetics brush. Like I said, BH Cosmetics actually makes some really decent brushes. And this shade is blending out very, very smooth. All right, now I'm going to take my BH Cosmetics glitter base here and a flat brush, and I'm going to put just a little bit on this brush and blend it, or rather, yeah, blend it all over the eyelid where I want to lay that one shade. And like I said, that's pretty much going to go all into the corner, all through here, just all over the lid, taking it a little bit higher than my crease so that when I lay the product down, you actually be able to see it. Now I'm going to dip into Yanga on this same brush. Hopefully it'll actually stick to my eyelid and not stick to my brush like it did my finger. That is really pretty. You see that? It's got kind of like bluish green flecks. Wish me luck. Oh, that's pretty. It's a little bit chunky. There's definitely like big chunks of glitter in it, but with me laying down that base booster glitter adhesive, it is sticking to my eyelid and it's not like falling all over the place. So I am happy about that. Just lay it all over the eyelid. You guys know I'm not a huge fan of pressed glitters. This is pretty good. It's not like those type of pressed glitters that's like pressed like into like a gel or something like that, and when you pick it up it's just like jelly with a little bit of flecks of glitter in it. There's some actual like substance to this one. I'm going to take just a little bit of Love and I'm going to blend it into this Cis shade, which is kind of a deeper brown. See if I can like deepen up the shade a little bit, just to kind of deepen that outer corner area just a little bit. I just want something a little deeper to blend in here. And there's not a whole lot of like deep matte shades, but I just want a little bit of something just to kind of blend into that more glitter shade. Yeah, see, when I mix the two together, I'm getting kind of a deep navy blue. Is that what I'm trying to say? I don't know if that's what I'm trying to say, but it's deepening up that blue very, very nicely. Do the same thing over here. You know what? I should probably lay down the glitter shade first and then deepen the outer corner. Got ahead of myself there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do what we did on this eye over here. Just gonna lay down that glitter, get some of that glittery shade and just lay that where I put down that glitter base. And now we're ready to deepen the outer corner and blend everything together. Oh yeah, got a little ahead of myself. I got so excited and just forgot the steps of what it was I was trying to do, you know. It happens sometimes. But I just want to kind of melt that glitter in with the matte. To finish this look up, I'm going to go ahead and take this Metal Glaze 12 Hour Intense Liquid Foil. This is from Hard Candy. It's kind of like this icy silvery shade. I thought that that would be pretty good with this look since this is more of a cool tone look and I don't really have a shade in here that's light enough to go in the inner corner. I thought maybe this could work pretty well. So I'm just going to take it and just put a drop in that inner corner area, and then I'm going to take a brush and blend everything out. What do you guys think? I think that was the finishing touch that we needed. All right, now let's take off the tape. I'll take my BH Cosmetics brush and then just kind of soften the line just a little bit on the outer corner so it's not so harsh. I'm not going to put anything on the lower lash line today. I think I'm going to leave that blank. I'm going to do a little wing with my Urban Decay Perversion liner here. I'm going to be a little bit careful since I do have a glitter down. Sometimes it takes a little bit more to get a liner to go over the glitter, but this is working pretty good. This Urban Decay liner is going over the glitter pretty well. It's starting to run out. I mentioned that when I did the first look. I've used this one a lot. This is a really good liner pen. It's one of the first ones I got when I first started getting into makeup, so it is now starting to run out. It's kind of like at the end. It's at the end of its time. I probably have maybe 1 or 2 more uses, and then it will go into my product empties bin, which is almost full again. So probably sometime in the next couple of weeks, we'll be doing another product empties video. I'm going to go off camera, throw on my lashes, throw on my lips, and then we'll come back and we'll do some final thoughts. And this is the final look. My lashes are from Ardell. I think this is the same lashes that I wore in the first look. I also went ahead and grabbed my Always Rosy blush that I used in the first look to see if I can tone down this one that I picked up from Colourpop. It was just way too light and it was looking really chalky on me. If you have deeper skin tones than I do, this is just not, that blush is just not going to look good. It's very disappointing. Colourpop needs to get it together. They need to make some more inclusive products because what they've been launching, it's just not been, and I'm just very disappointed in that. But my lips, get back to the look. My lips, what I went with is, this is a Colourpop lip pencil in red, and then I combined 2 with the Juvia's Place liquid lipsticks. This one is in Afrique and this one is in Mina. This one I really, really love. This formula is not as good. This one I have to mix with this for it to actually work. Otherwise it gets really, really patchy. But I thought mixed together, they made this really pretty kind of a deep blood red color that I thought would go really, really well with this look. But let me go ahead and pull you guys out and we'll do some final thoughts and just kind of talk about what I thought about it, the palette as a whole. So after playing with this palette some more and doing 2 more looks, I am really, really enjoying it. This formula is just so nice. I still haven't played with the orange or the pink or the red yet. I'm definitely looking forward to playing with those, but the shades that I've done so far, I really do enjoy. And I did enjoy this Yanga shade here. You do have to use a glitter base and you do have to use a brush. If you try to use your finger, nothing is going to happen, but I do like the way that it came out. I did kind of a basic, kind of a monochromatic look. I'd wanted this one to be dramatic but simple and not take too long, and I think I accomplished that. I picked this palette up on the restock, and the last time I checked, the restock was sold out, but Juvia's Place is constantly restocking, so they will restock this palette. Give it about a month or so, and I'm sure you'll see it on the website again. I'd say go ahead and grab it. I think it's worth the money. All the shades in here that I've used are absolutely beautiful. I absolutely loved this palette. If you're new to my channel, I would love if you hit subscribe and join our little family if you want to be notified any videos that may be coming up in the future. Just make sure to tap the notification bell down below. You'll be notified each and every time. Be safe, take care of yourself, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.